Well, here we are, folks. Welcome to the stream. Just getting set up. I'll only take a moment, and then we will prepare for a summoning session. Thank you for the resub, Rice Crew. I appreciate it. The summoning session is going to be an interesting one because there are going to be, I don't know, we'll see exactly what we're going to do. We'll figure it out. Buffy! I was going to have someone tag you in main chord because out of principle I wasn't going to do it myself. Alright. We'll be back in about 30 seconds for the pre-stream pour, and then we will have some summoning. One moment. Alright, that didn't take long. Trevor, 1 copy of each with 2 pities earlier. Take it as a win. Yep, definitely take that as a win for a crossover. Have Rita enjoying Twitch better. Alright, let's pre-stream pour, my friends. Ding was asking me on main chord what my plans are. How many I'm gonna summon. And I think I'm gonna summon... I mean, realistically, let's be real here. I only need 1 copy of each. But, on the other hand, it's GUYVER. It's a franchise that I've been bugging Zlong about putting into the game for like the past 4 years. The only anime that I kind of care about. And I also am not super interested in any of the characters coming up over the next like 6 or 7 months. I know some of them are really good. Like, the new LRR Imelda is a really good character. Tyrantel is a cool character. You know, there are good characters, but are they good for me characters? Are they the kind of characters that are good for my heart? I doubt it. So, that being the case, why wouldn't I just spend everything on a banner that I actually care about? And then worry about the rest later, you know? Maybe Imelda comes out, and then I feel better about the game, and I want to summon Imelda. I'll have like 100 tickets by then. Maybe I'll get lucky and get her. I'm just gonna let Concord know that I'm summoning. I forgot about my own Discord. Also, Lonebird said he was not sure if he was going to be here today, but he wished me luck and gave me the Lonebird blessing, which I think does have value. So thank you for that, Lonebird. Guess I should probably invite my guild as well. Since there is a chance... I'm not going to say there's a chance this is my last summoning session, but there is a chance this is my last summoning session for a while, because if I empty the tank here, and even if things go well or don't go well, you know, maybe I'll spend the next few months saving up. So let's get a pre-stream pour on the go here. Got one of these delicious green... I guess it has a name. Sprite Zero? Healthy, bubbly sugar water. I also put a metal straw in here for extra noise making. Maddie asking the real questions. Pity meter was built from the free daily 10s. I was one of the lucky few who did every single daily 10 and did not pop a scuffed SSR. So sure enough, let's go, pity thermometer. Come on, get in here. 70 pity going into the Guyvers. That's actually a good thing for a change, because all that pity was built on trash banners, where I didn't actually want some random SSR. So let's just get into things. What are my goals on this banner? I want one of each. I want a 6-star of each. 6-star of each. So let's see. This is number 80. So we're gonna get our SSR right away on the first summon, aka the 80th. But let's see what we get. Okay, an Archanfel right out of the gate. Okay, good. It's on banner. Getting a nice on-banner Guyver character immediately means that I can spend the next... Actually, how many summons do I even have? Thank you for the follow, Rem for real, by the way. Enjoy your Seal Guardian. Okay, so Pity is officially busted. Someone who can do math in the chat, let me know. 32,000 plus 123. How many summons do I have? It's got to be like 400-ish, over 400. That's enough to get 4 Shofukamachis. So, summon number 10. Going for show now. Thank you very much, Math Chat. I appreciate it. I do. Nothing in 10. I'm readjusting to the Angelica animation again. That's going to be a nothing. So that's nothing in 20. This is 30. Nothing in 30. This sesh, I mean, it's early, but it kind of reminds me of the good old days. Like, remember when the characters that I actually really like the look of, when they come out, I kind of go nuts and summon more than I should. I did it for Sage of the Trees, I did it for Transcender, and it's always pretty hype. So even, we'll see. Guyver seems like it should be up there with those epic summoning sessions. So hopefully I actually get, you know, rewarded the same way I did on those other banners. That's nothing in 40. What's the worst that could happen? I have no summons left, and then, like, they're not going to release a surprise unit. So this is nothing in 50? So we are tilting towards Pity here. Once you get over 50, you know Pity's just a stone's throw away. Sure enough, nothing in 60. So we're gonna go to 70. 70 is where we left our Pity last time. Maybe Sho just wants to burn the same number of tickets as Archanfel did. No, we're gonna get an SSR here. Let's go Sho. Guyver 1. Okay, it's another Archanfel, that's fine. I mean, I say that's fine. He totally fits my PvP box, so getting tons of Archanfels is also okay, because I'll just build him and use him in Apex. So really, there's no disappointing on-banner unit here for me, which is a nice change, right? On some banners, it's like... You know, on some banners, you want one and you're actively trying to avoid the other. I'm sure there are a lot of people who are trying to avoid Show on this banner, but I want him because he's a Guyver. So let's go with summon number 1 for my 3rd SSR. Nothing there, so let's go summon number 2. I do hope that it will be Show this time, though, at least, even though I know I'm gonna keep summoning, at least it will give me that, like, security blanket feeling of having gotten both characters. So this is no one. So let's go with summon number 3. Nothing in 3. I predict I get someone in 6 this time, just because I got Archanfel in 80, then I got Archanfel in 70, so it would only make sense that next I get Archanfel in 60. RNG games totally follow patterns like that, don't they? There's definitely nothing warrantlessly superstitious about that kind of guess. That said, that was 5, so... what do you think? Next one? We're also getting into the crystals now for the first time, and I know Effendor, at least, is superstitious about crystals. He believes that crystals are luckier than tickets. So, let's see. Let's see. So no, he's not coming home in 60, so it's not going to follow my little algebraic pattern. But we're going to 70 here, so we are in Effendor's turf now. Rice Crew likes tickets over crystals. Okay, interesting. Well, sure enough, as soon as we got the tickets out of the way, here comes an SSR. So we did 80, 70, 70. Lots of Scots and Lances. Andriole. Oh, that sucks. We got an off banner of an already 6-star character. Boo! That's our first off banner, so we can be sad about that. That's the only thing that sucks about going all in, is that you're prepared to burn a bunch of your stash to have like a big pile of whatever the current characters are, and then if your whole stash gets burned and you get nothing as a result, which Andriole is nothing. That's just Zilong doing Zilong things, right? One of the reasons so many people before me have stopped playing this game. So summon number 2, nothing. So far the results are 80 for an Archanfel, 70 for an Archanfel, and then 70 for off-banner trash. No pities yet. All the rates have been not fantastic though, but to be honest, I think like Zilong balancing things out, I'm more likely to go to pity than I am to get a cheap summon in response to what I've got currently going. So let's see if we do hit that pity here. This will be number 4, I reckon. Nothing in 4. Let's go 5. Not like we have any choice. Well, I mean, we do have choice, but We're not exercising that choice anytime soon. Nothing in 5, of course. Maybe it'll be 70 again. Maybe I'm just going to keep getting 70s. So yeah, this is 6. Nothing in 6. Let's try for our third 70 in a row. I'm frowning because it's bad results. Okay, so sure enough, 80, then 70, 70, 70. Definitely hoping for show on this one, although we do still have some summons in reserve. Oh, there he is. GUYVER! Alright. This was a great banner now. That turned things around. So cool. I'm so glad his portrait is actually GUYVER as well. That's awesome. Like I said, though, we are keeping on. Why would we stop now? I still have tickets left. I still have crystals left. And nothing to use them on. So, let's use them on more GUYVERs. Nothing in 10. Exactly my thoughts, Rice Crew. Now I can stop, but why would I? Let's go 20. Actually, one thing, I need to keep going, partly to let Zilong redeem themselves for these rates. I need to get something under 5, don't I? So that was 20, nothing in 20. Oops. Oh, I totally skipped that, so we'll have to go through it. But that was the 30 summon. Let's just go through and see if there's anything in here. Derp. Indeed. Oh well, we get the tension of thinking like maybe there's an SSR, but maybe there's not. The tension. The drama. No, there wasn't. It was worthy to be skipped after all. My reflexes were correct. Am I going to summon with Kong of Time too? Hugo, that is an excellent question. I believe I will do just that. After this, I will summon on Kong of Time. So this is 40. Nothing in 40. Except for a ton of Pierres. Still counts as nothing. Sorry, Pierre. Sorry, Pierre. Alright, this is number 50. Back up over that supposedly average rate. Zilong are liars. Yes, they are. Liars. Let's go 60. You know what's going to happen is we're going to go 70 and get another SSR. It's got to be 70 or pity now. That's the only two options. So this is 60. Yeah, Lonebird, to be honest, on the Kong of Time account, the only thing holding back PvE clears, because obviously I have Awakened one, which that's pretty much enough to hard carry a lot of things. The only thing holding me back on PvE clears really is just the sheer number of characters that I have. So if I want to do stuff like Covenant battles, you want to have 3 full teams, but they all have to be Heroes of Time teams. So I need to have enough Heroes of Time to be able to field. Getting Archanfel and Sho and Agito on that account will pretty much give me enough for 3 full teams. So, I mean, it helps that Sho's a good character. Like, yeah, you're right. Having characters, individual characters who can kind of carry teams, like Sho can probably carry his own team. AO can definitely carry her own team. Let us continue with, summon number 7 again. Will it be my 4th SSR on 70 in a row? Will it? No, it won't. Breaking the streak. Wow. Okay, so if we add up my rates just for this session, 80, 70, 70, 70, and 70 plus, whatever this ends up being, that's pretty bad rates. Bad rates. Let's not count our super ugly ducklings before they hatch. Rates might get even worse. It might be a pity off banner here coming. So we are going... That was 80. This is 90. Opinion on the new chessboard game mode. You'll have to defer to the rest of the chat for that, to be honest, Rice Crew. I haven't really tried it out yet. Just kind of logged in, did the old, like, weekly refresh stuff, and then here we are, summoning. I'll check it out later. I don't know if there's even any rewards in there. So this is pity, right? So we should be getting 2 on-banner units here for my pity. 2 on-banner units. Doesn't matter which 2. A show and an Archanfel's fine. 2 shows would be fine. Starting to run out of space to cram all those SSRs in here. Oh, it's Archanfel. Where's the other one? Oh, it was just 1! Come on, pity for Archanfel. Okay, so 80 for Archanfel, 70 for Archanfel, and 100 for Archanfel. 70 off banner and 70 for show. I mean, we still have crystals, so let's keep going. We'll keep going here, and then we will flip to Kong of Time. I want to get at least 1 cheap. Come on, these rates have been absolutely awful. So nothing in 10. I'm going to be sharding show up regardless, so I'll use Gates of Fate on the poor little fella. But I guess one nice thing about getting a bunch of Archanfels is less time spent using Gates of Fate on him. Okay, so nothing in 2. We're going 3 here. Certainly, I'm going to be going over 50 again. I am not convinced that summoning characters under 50 is even possible at this point. I used to have good luck on the Angelica. There was one, I forget which crossover it was, but I had great luck with Angelica. She loved me. And I loved her. But now I think that relationship is at an end. Nothing in 40. Boo! Earns. Okay, so here's 50. Anything above 50 is just pity in my mind. If it's not actual mathematical pity, it's at least psychological pity. So yeah, nothing in 50. Let's go 60. Not a great way to go out. I thought at least Zilong would let Old Kong go out on top with a bunch of Guyver summons, and then I could coast out the rest of my days until retirement just playing with a bunch of cool Guyver units. Instead, we empty out my entire stack. Let's go 70. Let's see if we go back to our 70 pattern. Yeah, we're up to 70. Boo. Wow, the rates are really bad. This is actually incredible. I mean, we're used to the idea of bad rates in Langrisser, but come on. Seeing it in reality play out this way is really something, isn't it? Really something to see it in action. To see what we all know in our hearts to be true. So this is going to be 90. Lonebird's blessing has been a curse. Buffy is blaming Red Guy. Red Guy has nothing to do with this. What did Red Guy ever do to me? Is it because I'm summoning on his birthday? It's not like I have to leave the good luck to him today? I can't say your blessing has been a curse, though, Lonebird, because I did get both. You know, it's a crossover, it's a rate-up banner. Really, all I wanted was at least one show and at least one Archanfel. So, I mean, I did get those. Let's go. This is the pity summon, so we're getting something. Let's just see what it is. No spoilers to all the guild chat readers. The whole point of summoning these is for the tension and then the payoff. The exploding clock, the sound effects, the rainbow lights. Let's see. I'm gonna say it's another Archanfel, though. That's my guess. Hey! Immediately proven wrong! Alright, so we got, what, 3 Archanfels and 2 GUYVERs? It's a pretty good spread. Could be better. Could be more Archanfels and more GUYVERs. So that was in pity as well. Wow, okay. Well, here's the thing. What's this? This is just a few summon. This doesn't even get me to pity, does it? No, it barely doesn't get me to pity. And, I don't care about Imelda. So, here we go. We're definitely owed a cheap one. We're definitely owed a cheap one. So I don't think I'm gonna need to go all the way to pity to get my next SSR. So we'll pop my next SSR and then stop. One SSR, and then stop. There's no need for me to bank pity, like to carry pity forward either, because I'm not summoning anymore after this. So it's GUYVER or bust. You can actually interpret that in a couple ways. Okay, nothing in 20. Here we go, 30. This is almost it. We gotta get someone. We gotta get someone. There's no way, mathematically, that I'm going all the way to like 80 fucking summons again after the rates that I've had earlier on this stream. Absolutely bananas. In a bad way, bad nanas. Alright, here we go. We got my SSR at 40. So if it's another show, that evens things out. That'll be 3 of each character. If it's another Archanfel, then that just puts him closer. Hey, Archanfel, right there. Okay, now I really want a double, just to, like, top things off. Just to top things off. A little double. Make up for all those horrible rates. Probably not, though, right, Zelon? Probably not. Guess not. So, like 4 Archanfels and 2 shows. Okay, so now these summons are basically no good to me. Just sitting there. I might as well burn the rest, and if I don't get anyone, period, then it can sit there as pity for whenever I summon in the future. But if I do get someone, then cool. Finally, I will have gotten something cheap. It's either going to be an investment for the future or a cheap character. Not in 10, though. Here we go. 20? No. $30? Buffy called 30. Maybe the game accidentally interpreted that as being on this batch, not the previous batch. No. We can't have good things. That's not even enough. Oh no, where can I get crystals? Where can I get 20 crystals? From in here, I guess, but I'm not doing a fucking preview stage on stream and wasting everyone's time. Gotta be crystals somewhere. Are there crystals in this mode? Floating realm. That's a thought, isn't it, Lone Bird? Just talk to one of these chumps? Come on, chumps. Where's the rest of the chumps walking around looking to give me crystals? Here's a hiding chump. Let's see. So there are crystals in the new chess mode. Sweep tickets. Rosen, you failed me. Okay, it's all up to shelf. Do their bonds. Yeah, that's another option. You know what? I'm not going to do their bonds on stream either. Alright, let's look at this. So what do? You just click on something? Oh yeah, there's crystals. What do? You just click on stuff? This thing? How many things do I need to get to 30%? This is going to take 100 years. This is going to take forever for me to get to those crystals, so screw that. I'll just do it later. I'm not going to get anyone anyway. Let's not kid ourselves. I'm not getting an SSR from that 10 pull. Let's switch to Kong of Time. I'm still here, I'm just behind this. New function unlocked. Oh no, it's gonna make Kong of Time watch all this intro shit, isn't it? Luna. If I have to watch it, you have to watch it. Is this a collab? Yes, this is a collab with a very old anime and manga franchise called GUYVER. GUYVER is a very alien-looking dude, and definitely not a Langrisser character. Although now he's a Langrisser character. Luna, be quiet! Go back home! Oh my goodness. Yes, thank you. I worked so hard for that. I can leave now? Oh my goodness. Okay, there's a bunch of achievements in here. Actually, the Kong of Time achievements are probably hilarious. The Free Kong achievements might be actually interesting, because even though that account is super limited, it's also fairly old now. Let's see, what do we got here? What do we got here? Alright, Kong of Time actually sitting on a few hundred summons as well. I do have to be careful here, though, because on this account I actually do care about LRR Imelda, because for some reason the LRR characters are Heroes of Time. So she is eligible for this account. So I'll have to at least make sure that I have enough resources on this trash account to pick up that absolutely ridiculous character. I don't carry pity on this account, and I also don't bother tracking summons, so I'm not going to bother with the pity thermometer here. I'm just going to summon and see what happens. Yeah, that's the other thing. I also don't need to worry about getting copies of SSRs on this account, because I don't have any other units that I can shard up via Gates of Fate. So as soon as I summon these guys, they're immediately going into Gates of Fate slots with no competition. Alright, a licorice. Do I have pity carryover from free summons on that account? Yeah, I do. I think I only did, like, probably 5 days of free summons on this account, so Licorice was really burning off all that stale, old, rancid pity. Now we're into some fresh summons, and it's going to be time units now. Time units when an SSR happens, that is. Nope. One nice thing about summoning on this account is it's also extremely low stakes. So, like, I watched the SSR animation not spin, and I'm like, eh, that's not disappointing. Obviously, I mean, on this account, it really does matter if I get all the time characters or not, because every little hero helps. But also, like, if I have to trash this account, I'm not too upset about that. I would keep playing it even if I was missing units. I mean, it's really just a back burner account anyway. So it's not like I'm, you know, investing a significant amount of my time or effort into progressing on this account. Just whenever I have a moment. Especially now, like, if I do eventually end up getting some time characters out of these summons, then I'll be able to start progressing on Covenants. I'll show my barracks after these summons so we can see what I'm working with right now. Damn, Kong of Time is going to go to pity too, isn't he? Oh my goodness. Is there going to be an SSR? Like, is there going to be a real SSR here? Does my straw reach all the way up here, or do I have to pick this glass up? Come on, Angelica. Alright. Guyver and Archanfel. We need a double. Did you notice I dressed up in my Golden Jesus hoodie here to try to summon more Archanfels? That's probably why I got a bunch of Archanfels on my main account. I should have worn my silver hoodie for Guyver summons. Okay, we got Guyver. Guyver is secured. Kong of Time PvE carry is secured. Good. Good. Okay, we'll keep going. We want Archanfel as well, although this account does not PvP. Apotheosis, is there any major collab you want the game to do? No cap, this was the #1 collab on my list for the last 5 years, and every time there was any collab talk in any chat anywhere, I kept saying, give us Guyver. Kind of like half-jokingly realizing it would never happen because I didn't realize that anyone else had ever heard of Guyver before. But little did I know, Zilong loves the old, dusty old, ancient anime and manga properties. So, the day finally came, and here we are. So I guess to answer your question in a less roundabout way, is there any major collab I want the game to do? No, not really, not anymore. This was the big one. This was #1. I can sail off into the sunset in peace now. I don't need anything else from this game. Don't need anything else from this game. So the only other thing of interest... Oh, I totally skipped that too. I've got an itchy trigger finger here. it's because I've been lulled into this sense of never getting SSR pulls that I'm just like automatically clicking through the clock animation now. Zilong is not even going to disappoint me here. It's true that I got no one, isn't it? Yep. So yeah, the other thing that's interesting about this update is it means another free character for Free Kong, Agito Makishima. Free Kong's going to be able to build and use him. And what else do we got? We got some casting updates. Matthew and Freya are in there, I believe, and those are both free Kongable. So, probably go unlock those after this. So, one Guyver on this account so far. In 180 summons, one copy of Show. We got EE this update, Tour Milk and Prescia. So, yeah, interesting ones. I had Prescia ready on my main account because she's Myth. Tour Milk is also Myth, and she's in my Gates of Fate queue. But I have to finish Guyver units first, and then she goes back in. So I'll be building her as well. Mythical Realm, 2 Mythical Realm waifus. Oh, I thought for sure that was the right animation, but I guess I was just hallucinating it because I've gone so long without seeing an SSR. Come on, Zilong. Nada. Gotta pay more attention here. Won't be doing that. Thanks for the invite, though, but it's not happening. Kong of Time. Actually, arguably having worse luck than my main account, and my main account was having bad luck. Okay, here we go. We want Archanfel. It's one thing to guess, Will. It's another thing to camp the guild chat. I don't want any real spoilers in here. Only guesses. So, show copies, that's useless to me because I was gonna Gate Fate him up anyway. Boo! No Archanfel for Kong of Time. Rip. Rip to the max. I believe you, Will. I know you're not one of those. You're not one of those dirty, rotten cheats. Well, you know what? I'm trying to decide how much I need to keep in reserve for Imelda on this account. I do have, like, a lot of content that I haven't driven through on this account yet. Obviously, my main account is pretty tapped out, so there's not really opportunity to farm for more crystals, but on this account, like, I still have a shitload of Time Rift and story and stuff that I haven't gone through. So if I really had to... Oh my... You've got to be kidding. Come on. Come on. I wasn't even gonna let Elise finish. I will say, just for hilarity's sake, that's the first time I've ever summoned Elise. My main account doesn't have her. But we're getting her for free soon anyway. So, garbage summon. Thank you for the follow. 0D0A. Or Odoa. Early equals off banner every time? Yeah, it feels like that, doesn't it? It's like you can only have one good thing happen. Either you get it early and it's an off banner or a unit you didn't want, or you can get it super late at pity and have it be on banner. Yeah, I'll probably do that, Will. I'll go next SSR. And then I'll start farming some content on this account for the rest of the month, and then we'll see where that leaves me, like, before the banner goes away. If I manage to farm up like 300 more summons from doing Time Rifts and Gates of Fate and stuff like that, then I'll probably take another crack at Archanfel. But if not, then poor Kong of Time is going to have a big old gap in the roster. Big old gap in the Kong of Time roster. Coming right up. Not too upset about it, to be perfectly honest, because like I've said multiple times before, I'm not really planning on doing PvP on this account, and Show is the big PvE carry on this banner anyway, so, like, Kong of Time having Show is huge. Kong of Time having Archanfel is like, yeah, it's nice, but not really necessary. Man, I would like to get a fucking SSR before going to pity again, though. Like, I definitely want to stop summoning with 10,000 crystals on this account. We're not going below 10,000. So after this, we'll look at Kong of Time's heroes, just for interest's sake, because it's pathetic. And then what was I gonna do? Oh, I'm gonna unlock center passives on Free Kong. This is a weird stream, man. I mean, I don't know how you feel as viewers and chatters, but it feels like spending 45 minutes and barely getting anything. Does that make you feel good about the game? Like you're like, ah, phew. At least Kong had all the bad luck, so I can have some good luck. Or like if you're on the fence about summoning and then you watch this video, are you like, I'm not gonna summon now, because that's what the RNG's like. Alright, here is the SSR. Gotta be Archanfel. It's gotta be Archanfel, my friends. Hey! Wow, okay. Free Kong, or not Free Kong, Kong of Time actually clutches it out at the last minute. Clutch, summon. With 2 totally trash, unusable off-banners. So that's pretty... not really upsetting, but... come on. Alright, here's who we have. This is who we're working with. Oh yeah, Lena's my other carry. She's really good. PvE Lena is really good. We got AO. We've got my only tank, Sonya. Zelgadis can also be pretty good, but I haven't really had the chance to use him a lot. He's just kind of like a filler extra character. Kirkia is actually super clutch in PvE. She's able to one-shot stuff from super far away, which is really nice for battles against overwhelming odds where you don't want to go anywhere near the enemies. She can kind of camp far away and thin the ranks before they get to you, like while they're moving up to you. Excella is pretty good. She kind of is able to fill in here and there and do stuff. Gowri is theoretically good, but I haven't really had the chance to put him to good use yet either. And yeah, Angelica is in here as well as my only healer on this account, really. So I've got healer, tank, and then these 3 are mostly my other used carries. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, the other tricky thing about this account that I wasn't really anticipating. The tricky thing is on stuff like Way of Laws, because I'm only able to use Heroes of Time characters. So for example, if I go into this Armor of Agility, which for some reason isn't done, I have to run these maps with these two characters, which is probably fine. Oh, could I switch you over? Yeah, I could make her an archer for this as well, so I could use 3 characters. Which is probably fine for like level 55 content, but I'm definitely not farming like level 75 stuff with 3 units. So it makes some of these maps fairly tricky. Some of them are fine, like this is definitely farmable material-wise. Let's take a look at their actual casting. They're not complete. You'd think it's not going to be too problematic to complete them, even with a slow grind, because I'm only working on a handful of units, right? I have like 10 units max that I'm even allowed to use. So even if the grind is fairly slow, all the mats are going to these limited places. So yeah, I haven't gotten to these guys down here yet because I'm prioritizing my top units. And soon I'll be prioritizing these guys. But yeah, that was actually one thing I never even really thought about when I started this account. I knew stuff like Covenant battles were going to be challenging, or tricky at least, but I totally forgot about using limited characters that are already limited by the classes that they can be. Like those maps, they lock out characters by class, and I only have access to certain characters who only have access to certain classes, so... Let's flip over to Freekong real quick. Take a look at those. Oh no, I'm gonna have to watch that god-awful tutorial again. Luna, for the 3rd time. Yeah, I mean, Forbidden Battleground, I basically... There'll be, like, a map I can do. But the more characters I gradually collect that have Heroes of Time in their factions, they all have, like, other factions here and there, like a secondary faction. Gradually, I'll get those filled out where I can field, like, a full, what do you call it? Legion of Glory team, who are all Heroes of Time. So that's fun. This stream has really, it's been more watching Luna blab than it has been summoning SSR heroes. Luna doing a lot of blabbing. SSR heroes doing not a lot of appearing in my box. So who did we get? We got Freya? What's this do? What do you do? Stats! That's totally worth it. Hey! Over 9,000. Where's Matthew? I don't really use Matthew on this account. Even though he's definitely Freekongable. I mean, it's worth it on Matthew just for the attack, but it's also got that free protagonist aura as well. I mean, why not? There's only so many characters I can build. Bernhardt is still chipping away. Should I use this on Bernhardt? Why wouldn't I? No, I need to slowly gate fate him up. We have a plan for those in the future. Actually, the plan is probably going to be Agito. I'll use those on Agito. Alright, I'm afraid that is going to be it for this stream. It was, it was something. At least on main, I used all my summons. And literally all my summons. I still can get like 14 crystals and summon one more time. I will let you know in a comment or something if I get anything from that. But you can go and rest easy knowing on the assumption that I'm not getting an SSR from that last summon. But I got a bunch of Archanfels, I got a couple shows, and I'm going to build those up and use them, probably use them both in PvP. But we shall see, we shall see, we shall see. It was an okay stream, my friends. It was an okay summoning session. And I kind of like the liberating feeling of sitting here with no tickets and no crystals. So let's see where that leads us in the future. Best of luck on all your summons if you haven't summoned yet. And yeah, good luck in the future too, my friends. I will see you in the next video, whatever that ends up being. Happy languishing, folks.